Welcome, racers. How's it going, everyone? Happy Halloween, or I guess Mischief Night it is. My name is Buzz Lightyear. No. My name is Greg De Giorgis. I'm your founder and CEO here at the Chicane Club. Yes, I'm wearing an actual balaclava to don my Buzz Lightyear garb for the evening. And behind me, we have two Cruella de Villes and a Hook from Captain Hook joining me for the evening. So we've got TJ, Daphne, and Christy back there. It's going to be a fun night tonight. We're going to have fun with this one.
Cruella's were unplanned. I just have to chime in and say we're just on that level.
It's just a popular choice, you know?
Oh, yeah, that too, I guess.
Yeah. No, I guess we don't have any Disney licensing for this, but I guess they shouldn't be complaining about us all being in support of that tonight. So, but thanks for joining us. Yeah, taking on Interlagos, 45-minute race in the IMSA category with the McLaren 720S GT3. I think we have a 39% chance of rain, and in this practice session, it looks like it's just slightly drizzling. So this one's going to be good. I think we're going to, tonight, because we're without Angelo, we're going to just be running the high downforce setup, which we found that the baseline setups for the McLaren tend to be fairly quick right out of the box. So I'm pretty happy with what we're going to have for this. I don't know if I want to try. I think I'm going to try the wet tire right now just to start. I think that's going to be a good place to start. But we're going to run the same setup for the evening and just honestly switch tires back and forth. So, yeah, how are you guys doing back there tonight?
All good back here. Yeah, so just kind of getting things going, getting us set up in regards to iRacing, and I think that we're ready to go rock in, what is it, Brazil?
Yeah, Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil. And I'm going to forego doing a Brazilian accent tonight for everyone, because I know that ain't going to work.
I just got back from Portugal, and I don't even know if there is a Portuguese accent that you could universally utilize. But
there definitely is one. I just don't know how to do it myself at all. Someone else would have to do it.
Oh, I think it's just the bon tarde, bon dia.
Bon dia. Yeah, that's about all I know. So, yeah, we raced the Ferrari here last season, early on in the season, and it lasted exactly 2 corners into the first lap before we were taken out. So if we can make it more than 2 corners into the race tonight, we're officially doing better than we were last season. So I did a good amount of practice in the wet here today. It's my first time driving this track in the wet. I would imagine that rain is actually fairly likely here in real life, you know, Brazil being in the rainforest and everything. So big takeaway for the most part is that you need to stay off of painted surfaces as much as possible, especially any outside curbing. Inside curbs you can kind of use lightly in some places, but you're not going to go any faster. If you touch the outside ones with any load in the car whatsoever, like I'm about to, it's a bit messy, and your odds of surviving are very, very low. So, but yeah, 39% chance of rain. So it being dry or wet is not guaranteed either way. I think the odds rise for the race. So I don't know if it's going to be changing conditions or kind of a crapshoot which way it's going to go. So we'll see. But I think TJ and Chris, you guys are in Disney over the weekend, right? Is that what you were saying earlier?
We were. We do frequent the Disney parks. So we went over the weekend. We rode Tron for the first time, which was a really cool ride. You're basically racing a motorcycle, a high-speed track, and I'm pretty sure the entire park heard me screaming through the whole ride. So
nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good one.
Awesome. That's one I've really wanted to go do. I haven't been to Disney in a couple of years, and that's the #1 ride I want to go back and experience for the first time.
Yeah. I feel like it's like Space Mountain on steroids. It doesn't replace Space Mountain because there's so much nostalgia there, right? But yeah, Tron was a lot of fun. It's worth the wait.
Cool. Which park is it in?
It's in Magic Kingdom. It's actually right next to Space Mountain.
Oh, that's fun. I guess that would be the right location for it based on theming.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's appropriate for Buzz Lightyear too.
Yeah, right? How many times am I going to say to infinity and beyond tonight? There should be a wager on that tonight instead of my heart rate.
If you send it into a turn to infinity and beyond it.
Yeah. Tire temperatures to infinity and beyond. Well, actually, that won't be the case tonight. It's like air temp is only 68 and track temp is even lower. I think it's like a 6 a.m. session or something, so. A little bit of ice skating. So, in other news, not plugging the new K1 speed that's in town, but I went to the K1 that just opened a couple months ago here in West Palm Beach. Off of Blue Heron in 95, you can actually see from the highway, which I did not know about until I actually went there. You know, I've been to a bunch of K1s before. It's something. If you've been to a K1 speed before, the inside. Oh, there we go. Talking and driving. That's what I get. I'm sure Mike's gonna laugh at me as he drives by. There you go. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing crazy in terms of compared to other K1s, but the track design, really good. It's really fun and really difficult to set a fast lap on, which is great. It's really high grip. I'm gonna let this prototype go through. Really high grip. It's 2 stories, so they actually have right after the first turn, you actually go up to a second story. There's some complicated fun stuff up there, and then you kind of jump down a hill into a high-speed corner. So it's honestly really fun. I'm really badly bruised and beaten up because I haven't been in a kart in way too long. But I think it might become a twice-a-month activity for me, just to get back into karting all the time in a very convenient, inexpensive way. So we got to all go out as a group sometime, and I think we're going to try to plan a Chicane Club group trip out there at some point this winter. But
I hear
maybe
Christie's
not.
pretty, how do you say? Competitive.
Not at all. I actually, not to boast, but I held the track record for a little while at the Davie location, or Dania location.
Nice.
Maybe one cool day. Yeah, I like to drive Cruella style, maybe.
You mean you held
you
held the record, like, against TJ too?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow, girl power.
Power to weight ratio is something that we learn about.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
Excuses.
Hi, Mike. Hi, hello. I think he's streaming right now too. I did a 0x on him. I guess I just touched him. What's cool with the new cars there at K1? I don't know if they've updated this in other K1s, but they actually have an actual digital dash display on them. I think it shows how fast you're going. Not that you have much time to look at it, but it also shows like what map you're on. So if you keep crashing into stuff, it will tell you that you're on a slower map, which is kind of cool. And then I guess it also has, I don't really understand what it would literally physically be for, but it has shift paddles, a boost, and a boost button. So I don't know if like on league nights they like you can click through different speeds or torque maps or something. Not sure what it is, but it should add a different layer. But I was just there at midday on Monday, so I don't know what all exactly it does, but it'll be fun. Not that you need different gear ratios in an electric car, but whatever.
I just checked. Mike. Oh, sorry. Mike's not streaming right now.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
No, he's offline. So
Okay.
This is just for you.
He tried to take my line from the line before. What's up, Nelson? How are you? Nelson, are you up at Daytona this week? I know that's where Angelo is right now for the HSR Classic 24 that's there this weekend.
All right, while we're waiting for Nelson to roger up, I got a few things going on back here at the command center.
What's up?
So I got us now going on tire compounds, tire age. Fuel calculator is currently not registering from Race Labs, but
Okay.
I am going to need some help with fuel calculations.
Okay. I can help with that.
But I can tell you that you've done 3 laps on this wet compound. Quentin in front of you has done 7 laps, and he wrecked out, did 0 laps, and he's currently out. Nicholas, that was on number 1, did 20 laps on the wet compound. So seeing some cool stuff back here at the command center that we're getting from the pit wall to hopefully give you an edge in the race.
Cool. That would be awesome. Keeping me heads up with the forecast and anything that's going to be changing radar, blobs coming, going, that type of thing. With this kind of mixed chance of conditions, I don't know if it's going to be like dynamically changing or if it's going to be kind of more of a fixed setting. That's going to be very variable once we get into the session, so that will be important. We kind of know where to be around here for the most part in terms of a line and finding lap time. It's funny, a lot of the technique, I was practicing the rain earlier, a lot of the technique isn't really any different from the wet to the dry. It all just happens slower. Like, you're actually braking at very similar points. It just all occurs a little bit slower in cadence than when it's dry. And you're using less. You definitely, like I said, we can use the apex curbing in a couple places, but do not use the exit curbing anywhere. Even in places you think you can get away with it. Like here, yep, tried it half a dozen times earlier today, and I found that pit wall over my left every single time. So don't do it. But this is actually the same braking point as in the dry, believe it or not. So, then we also got the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show this weekend going on in Fort Lauderdale. I think Daphne and I are going to try to find some time to get down there. If you're in South Florida, you know how big of a deal that is. That one will be fun. And then, like I said, we have the HSR Daytona Classic 24, all vintage race cars running at Daytona all weekend. Some really cool stuff, now, especially now that it's sanctioned and run by IMSA. That one's really cool. I'm not sure we're going to make it up there this weekend. We'll see. Got some friends and past co-workers and teams up there this weekend, as well as Angela. I'm curious who Angela's working with. So, TJ, talk to me. What is a fast time in my class right now? Don't be looking at it.
Stand by.
I'm still getting up to speed, so. In the dry, I was doing low 36s, high 35s, which is not quite alien pace, but I think pretty good considering my skill level and commitment.
You are 1.7 seconds off from Connor Spree, who holds the current session record at 145.125.
Got it. Okay, so we're about, this level of wet is about 10 seconds off our normal dry pace. One thing I always have to remind myself here on iRacing, every time I go into a wet session, I mean, obviously grip's lower, you got to watch for puddles and manage your grip and everything. The one thing that always takes, probably 2 or 3 laps for me to kind of get comfortable with is that the braking applications, we're always talking about, you got to hit your peak braking pressure immediately in the dry, and then it's all about, well, all we ever talk about is the release off as you turn into the corner. In the wet, however, it's just as important the rate of application as you add pressure as you get to that peak. You cannot stab the brake pedal or kick it the way that you do in the dry. In theory, in the dry, you're not supposed to be really kicking it and maxing it out right away, but the rate of pressure that you add can be a lot faster. But in the wet, you want to be almost as slow with the application as the release everywhere. It's an area that's very easy to kind of overlook and ignore, and whenever you see someone who just spins out immediately on the entry of a braking zone, that's probably what it is. So you really just got to slow down the load application everywhere as much as you possibly can. Be as ginger as possible. The other thing I try to, like, in more loose terms, when you're driving, the best thing you can do in the wet is free up your grip on the wheel and just like really just drive with the palms of your hands almost, and don't even let your fingers clasp the wheel too much. That'll kind of let the car move around as much as it needs to without you overly fighting anything. It lets you become one with the car. He says sarcastically. Let's go. All right, are we inside our 15-minute limit yet?
Hold on, I'm trying to get set up over here. You're at 8:17 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, so in theory, anytime now.
I'm trying to understand why this fuel calculator is not working. It sounds like it's, I'm trying to understand that. And I also need to get the black box. I got to figure that one out. So getting set up over here.
Say, if you hit your function keys, it should start pulling up the black box. And then above the black box should be a checkbox that says join as crew chief, and that might be limiting you from getting those fuel numbers from me. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about there.
Yeah, just one moment. Looks like I need to do, yeah, just let me play around real quick.
Yep. And I can help you with the fuel calcs outside of Race Labs if it comes to that. I know in the drive we were looking at adding about 28 liters at the stop. Hey, Cruella number 2 back there. I guess I realize you don't know who's number 1 and number 2. Daphne. Do you want to show what Bo is for Halloween on the camera?
I already knew I was number 2.
You're closer to the camera. I didn't mean to call you
only
number 2 or number 1.
number 1 Daphne though, right?
Yeah, of course. the only.
No, literally the only Daphne.
Yes.
I can't find my little hot dog. Hot
Is he in
dog
here
dog.
somewhere?
Oh, hot dog.
He wants nothing to do with us right now because he's wearing his costume.
Is he there?
He's not here.
Has he hidden yet? No, of course he just got up. This is Bo. He could have just been a Dalmatian. Which would make sense for both of our costumes. But he is, in fact, a hot dog. For those watching. Oh, also Dawn texted me. She said, you look adorable, Greg.
To infinity and beyond.
There you go. Perfect. Yes, so just a little hot dog. He doesn't like me very much right now, because... Oh no. Maybe he does. He likes me, really likes me.
He's warm in that thing.
Yeah, he's like a little...
Cozy hot dog
toasted
butt.
hot dog. Are you typing with that hook? Oh. You could.
I could, yes. Multitask over here.
You've just taken on the jobs of everyone.
Oh, Nelson joined our
There you
session.
go. Oh, cool.
Yeah, TJ, did I tell you?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't think
did
I
he tell you?
I
Sorry.
met Nelson in person when I was up in Carolina last weekend, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was.
So he's a real person and we're real people?
Yes, we're all real. It's confirmation that we're all real, living human beings. No, when I was at Carolina Motorsports Park with Chris, this guy walks up to me when I'm under the tent. He's like, "Hi, I'm Nelson." It took me like a second to process. Like, all right, I know a couple Nelsons. Who is this? Oh, Nelson from the streams. Yeah, so we got to talking. He did all of the lovely photography work that we had from that event. Yeah, I got to meet him. I don't know if he said on the chat here. Is he? Oh, just curious, Nelson. Are you at Daytona this weekend for the HSR event, or doing something else somewhere? I think there's a Trans Am race coming up soon. I want to say Coda. I think this weekend or next.
He might be busy driving, believe it or not.
He probably is. I saw him
Yeah.
connect into this session right now. All right, I'm gonna box this lap and then we'll move over to the race lobby.
Yeah, and it seems like for me to be able to view everything fuel calculator, we actually have to do that in Race Labs, and you have to send me a token. So it's going to be, I can only assume, consuming upload speeds and information because you're going to have to push that data up.
Okay.
But I mean, we do get average, min, max, time until empty, laps until empty, if that's something to do.
That would be interesting to play with in the future. Maybe not. Don't have the time to set that up tonight, but so we're burning here about 2.55 liters a lap. I have the Google Docs spreadsheet on my phone, so I'll do the math and I'll tell you how much to add. It's really going to depend on how wet the session is, how much fuel we burn, and our lap time. So that's going to be the guess work that we're going to have to make. And I drove past pit lane. All right, I'm just going to stop. I'll move over to our race session. Nelson's, I think, in the BMW GT3, I believe I saw.
What's the total?
Okay.
Total race time's 45 minutes, right?
Yes, sir. In the dry, I know it's a 29 lap race plus a pace lap plus 1 extra lap for fudge room. All right. Race session register. I need to turn on my pulsoid.
I apologize to the people on the streams here. We were having a Halloween party before we got this kicked off, so we got to do a few of the setup things now. We're doing it live.
We'll do it live. All right, heart rate's going. All right, so in the wet, we're going to add 28 liters. In the dry, it should be considerably less than that. And it's going to depend on what our pace is. So I'm going to go.
Hold on real quick. So wet is 28 liter and dry would be?
Let's see. I'm going to punch in some numbers here and see what we get. Let's say we're doing a 106 pace.
Indubitably.
In the wet, we would be adding 17 liters. That was based on very wet conditions from earlier today. No, it was based on like the wet we were doing earlier. So it's a 20. In the wet, we'd be doing again, figuring a 146 lap time, we'd be doing about a 26 lap race distance, plus 1 for the pace lap, plus 1 for a safety margin. 28 laps, 2.55 liters a lap. We would need 71 liters, 71.4 to finish, which means we need to add 16.
So you want me to add 16 or 17 liters?
I'm sorry, 16.4. Call it 17. So our window is between 17 and 28. If we're dry, we're 28. If we're wet, we're 16, or kind of somewhere in the middle there. We can kind of fudge that as we go.
All right, all right, all right.
So, all right. So this race lobby, I don't know if there's continuity from this into the actual race session. That part I'm not sure of. I've never understood that with iRacing, and they don't really make that clear. Because right now, it's dry. But it's going to rain in an hour's time. I guess we'll find out when we get to the race session what it's going to be. But I'm going to drive in the dry right now.
Yeah. I have not had mine carry over from one to the other.
No. Okay.
No.
It would just be nice to have more than like qualifying and grid time to have a chance to feel what the conditions are, or at least physically see them for more than that. That would be good to see. But I'm not going to turn this into another session where I complain about iRacing.
So it looks like you have heavier rain incoming.
Yes, I see that. I think that's Nelson in front of us. So he's in the BMW, not the new, the existing BMW GT3 car, not GTP.
Nelson, hit your brakes twice if you could hear us.
I can't see from this distance. I'll try to catch up. I've been doing so much rain driving that I haven't done much wet here. There he is.
Oh goodness, I'm so silly. I'm over here in that test session still just like, oh, where did everybody go?
Oh, Nelson's got a Bucky's livery on his car. That's cool.
Are we in the presence of Bucky's people or not Bucky's people? Is this a tough one?
Cruella is definitely a Bucky's person. Speak
Oh,
Speak for that, my darling.
I don't know. I don't know if I am. Pro
That's
number
good.
2 doesn't know if she is.
No. I never
What-
end up buying very much at Bucky's. It's just I'm always amazed at the spectacle that it exists in the first place every time I'm in one.
Yes. I think that's part of it. I think the entertainment aspect is part of what makes it so special.
Yeah. People go hard when they're in there. Like everyone's just losing their mind, and I'm just like watching. I'm just people watching when I'm in there. I do
Cruella 1
love
and
the-
2. Didn't you girls have a coworker that busted out some Bucky's swag unexpectedly?
Yes, actually, she had. So we were out on the boat, and she had Bucky's, like board shorts. Actually, do you remember that? Bright yellow Bucky's board shorts, and they were very appreciated on the boat. It was a good time. I don't want to name this person. It's kind of. She knows who she is.
I just like how there's always gas pumps available, and there's literally so many available you can just straight up park at it.
Might even have to sleep in it in the van just to do it, you know?
Have you done that?
At a Bucky's, no. But what's that place called?
Cracker Barrel actually was fantastic to do it at. They cater to RVs and van lifers pretty well. I should say some locations do. You got to check. Don't take my word for it. No. I feel like no. I feel like we'd be imposters if we said that. We're not van lifers. We're van goers, van adventurers, I guess.
Casual vanners,
yes.
you could say.
We're casual vanners. Yeah.
Actually, for the group here, so we're talking to the audience. For those of y'all that know the Cannonball Run,
Yes.
so they're doing the Cannonball Run starting the day after Halloween, starting from Northwest Washington, I believe. That's the furthest northwest. All the way down to Key West. So we're going to be joining up with the Cannonball Run whenever they're coming through Florida down to Key West, assuming that I'm not working and that we have the availability to just like get in on that.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's a whole entire. It's going to be a caravan of yes, dad jokes are strong. But yeah, it will be a caravan all the way down to Key West, and we're looking forward to it.
It's not
Without
actually a race
that.
like the real Cannonball Run, is it?
Well, it's not for speed, so like the van really doesn't
I
do
mean,
more
speak
than
for
70.
yourself. It's not for speed. Come on.
Yeah, but no, it's yeah, we'll be cruising down there at 68 to 70, obeying all speed limits. Not incriminating myself here. Yes, thank you, Alyssa. I'm here all night. I'm here until we sign off. And Catherine, yes, we actually just did a cross-country van trip. So we went from South Florida all the way up to Wyoming and spent about 6 weeks up there. If you have any questions, you got mom and dad here to answer that while Greg's getting set up.
Does our trailer count as van life, Daphne?
Oh, I knew you. I got
It's not-
on.
It's not by definition a van, but we did do it for a
We
little
s-
while.
We slept in the thing. It's a van.
Yeah.
And I did make you go to that campground in the middle of nowhere that one time. So technically we're van campers too.
Yeah, like
The one
3
that we
hours
almost
away
got
from
like
most
murdered
people
in
Missouri. Yeah.
in the middle of Missouri? Question mark.
Yeah. So I'll tell that story because it's kind of relevant here.
Let's see if your side of the story is the same as my side of the story.
So we were heading from Indianapolis. So back with the Symmetric trailer in 2020, I think it was. Yeah, it was 2020. We were heading from Indianapolis to Coda, driving through Missouri, Arkansas. Did a full day of driving, and I had Daphne. She was with me. She looked up a campground in the middle of Missouri. Hey, let's go to a campground. Let's have fun with this. Had the trailer. Wanted to go out of her way, do something cool, at least on, road tripping it. So she looked the place up, and we put it into the navigation, just Google Maps, so we didn't really know how hard it was to get to or anything like that. Anyway, we pull off the highway at like 11 o'clock at night. We're on a back 2-lane road in the middle of Missouri in the rain, and I'm like, are you sure we know where we're going, or this is what you say it is? Anyways, an hour later on a 2-lane road, we finally pull into this campground. Super late at night, plug in, just go to sleep right away. Do you want to take over the story from what happened the next morning? I'll let you do that.
Well, our van was plastered with a giant 40-foot sign of the company name.
Yeah.
So there's our first. So be careful if you want to put your name or any ads or Instagrams, because people will find you. It'll do exactly what it's made to do.
Yes.
Yeah. So we get up the next morning. It's early. We had gotten there late in the dark, so we didn't see anyone. Everyone's asleep. And we get up. Greg literally walks out of the van, and there's 2 dudes standing right by the door, like ready to go. With respectfully 2 teeth in their head between the both of them.
Yep.
Not exaggerating. And I'm kind of like standing behind the door, and Greg gets out, and he's like literally in his like sleeping short, like not, we're at a cat. I'm gonna say his underwear. Yeah. This
We
is
wear
PG.
underwear.
I know. I don't know what I was. And he's like, I just hear him like totally off guard, and they're like, "Hey, Greg." Knew his name. Yeah.
I did not know these people.
No, he didn't know these people. And they're asking him if he has a nice car in the back, because it looks like one of the transportation, vans. Yeah, not like in a, I know you're thinking like, did you guys get robbed? Not in like a robbed way, but like in a very invasive of personal space way. And Greg had to kind of small talk, and I don't know. I mean, he told me to stay in the van, and it's a van now, in the trailer. So I stay in the trailer. He tells me the story after. After all this, I walk outside, and I look at our trailer compared to everyone else's like very humble vans, and I'm like, well, we did kind of ask for it. There's like, I don't know, a small like camper van next to us barely, and then like literally another like a minivan with like a little tent next to it, and then our 45-foot gooseneck trailer. And I'm like,
the logo 12 feet wide on the thing.
Yeah, and the whole however many hour drive to our next destination, Greg made sure that I knew that we weren't going to be camping anymore.
I wasn't in love. Well, that was only the part of it. So we pulled out of the campground, 9
there's
o'clock
more.
in the morning. There's more.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And we're in the middle of somewhere, Appalachia, in Missouri, and then into Arkansas, and there's been no signal for like 2 hours. And we're on this 2-lane road driving over a mountain. And it's really pretty, but, the road's really tight, and I've got a 45-foot gooseneck that I'm towing, and, like, it bottoms out a couple times just, like, on the road, and the roads are really tight, and I'm, like, doing switchbacks and everything. And then we finally get to a gas station, and it's Arkansas, and I'm not going to elaborate on that much more than that, but we were glad when we finally got back onto a highway and kind of had some level of civilization, and then we finally got to... I think that night we went to my cousins in Fort Worth that night, and we're kind of back in some level of... Texas was much more civilized than Arkansas and Missouri were. So that's our story. That's our van life story. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like you
but...
guys are far more van lifers than we are with that kind of experience.
Yeah, they had... So this... Multiple people from the campground had looked up what Symmetric was and like knew all about who I was and everything from our social media, and were like asking me questions like they already knew who I was. And that was really, I mean, I know it's all public information, but it's not how you start a conversation is by like acting like you already know who I am. It was just, I mean, I guess that's what celebrity life is like, but I'm not a fan of that. So
That's very say. That's the influencer special. That's what you sign up for there.
yeah,
You're
I
an
guess-
influencer, Greg.
I guess so. Oh, I just
Cool.
rear-ended a GTP. That's impressive.
Say the word. Say the word. Say the word. Is
What
it to
word?
infinity
Wait.
and beyond, or
Oh,
is
yeah,
it
that.
the intelligent?
No sign of intelligent life. We're not racing. We're just crashing with style.
I don't know about you, but this real life.
My delivery's
Fur
not
coat
very good. I'm
isn't.
sorry. Is it
Well,
too
I'm
much
wearing
right
a
now?
real fur coat in the middle of Florida right now, so
Much
I'm
better
getting
than
a lot
just
of
me,
character here. You know,
It's a lot of commitment to costume.
there's a lot of commitment. You're not even wearing a wig, Greg. You know,
Well,
you look like
Buzz
you
doesn't
look
need
like
a wig. He needs a balaclava, and that's what I'm wearing.
Hook without the hat. Looks like he belongs in Kiss or like some sort
Yeah.
of 80s
Hairband.
We have some
hairband.
extra lipstick we could let you borrow.
He looks
Yeah.
like Brett Michaels
Yeah.
without the hair.
It's giving. Yeah, I can. There you go.
Well, Brett Michaels has a ponytail, but
Hang
I mean, don't tempt him with a good time.
Yeah, there you go. We have enough makeup here to do a Kiss kind of situation.
I have no idea who Brett Michaels is, nor can I wear a hat while I have the headset on. Yeah. So you know,
remember
it's
Rock of Love, the reality like dating show from the I don't know what mid 2000s.
no, I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
Oh, show him a picture, one of you guys.
What was the Halloween show that you were watching last night with your sister, Cruella #1?
Oh, the Disney Channel show, because I'm an adult that watches Disney Channel. So Wizards. I mean, no. No, really. I mean, okay. So who here have watched Wizards of Waverly Place? Please tell me somebody. Yes. All right. So we found out yesterday they're bringing it back. It's now called I feel like Disney needs to be paying us at this point.
Yeah, Disney, anytime you're ready, see that little scroll box on the top right? Your logo could be right there.
Right there.
Even to the point, Disney Channel, we could do the little,
Oh, the wand. Yeah,
unipop. There you go.
that was pretty good. I
That's
didn't even
pretty
practice.
good. Maybe I can maybe I can do it in post-production.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little Photoshop. Yeah, so Wizards of Waverly Place is coming back. It's called Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, and the first episode was last night. So I did not have a watch party for that.
Bob Iger, get on the phone.
Showing, what is it? What was the thing? Love. It was Brett Michaels. Rock of Love. Rock of Love. Oh my God, that'd be great. It was a perfect opportunity for his groupies from over the years to date him on a live television show. And it was full of drama and reality TV, and it was as, I don't know, trashy feels unfair, but it was as trashy as you would think that it would be.
I think it was the predecessor to Flavor of Love, wasn't it? With Flavor
Oh,
Flav.
Flavor of Love.
But it was Rock
Wow, I
of Love
feel
with Brett
kind of-
Michaels,
Yes, that's right. It was, yeah. It was
right?
a counterpart. Yep,
Not
yep,
crazy?
yep. Mhm. No, you're not crazy.
But the Brett Michaels one came first.
Flavor
Flavor
no.
Flav made it way better.
I thought it was opposite.
Oh, don't quote me on that. You're probably right.
Oh, Alyssa says so much silicone on Rock of
Yeah.
Love. It was. It really was.
It's not really different from any other reality dating show, though.
No. I was okay. Flavor of Love was first.
Oh, it was okay.
Someone
Was
had
it
a
Rock
crush
of
on
Love or
Daisy
am I
from
just-
Rock of Love. I love how
Ah.
this is just like
We are
It's
live
crazy
streaming
how
and
the
sim
roles
racing
are
here.
reversed when it only takes 2 of us to be on. TJ's just like batting book, like
Yeah.
book, batting book.
We're gonna
back
show
and
this to
forth.
Garrett and Angela next week, and they're gonna be like, "What did you do to our live stream?"
all,
derailed it.
all of a sudden we're talking about Disney the whole time.
But the chat is popping off, so
I mean,
riddle me
we're getting
that.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to point out
Shot at love.
there's a
Tila
lot.
Tequila.
Yeah, I just want. Oh, Tila Tequila. Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Just
is
let
our
that- was
age
it
showing?
Andy?
I don't know.
Wow. We all need to go take some Advil right now.
Need to-
And I love New York from Flavor of Love. Not that I watched any of that garbage.
Yeah, not that we watched any of that. Don't remember that.
I didn't watch it. I'm so sorry, people here.
You
This
missed
is
out,
great.
dude. Probably
Yeah.
all on some streaming service now, and probably is painful to watch.
Is that Nikki Six by any chance? Is that the same? Is that the same guy or same band?
It was Poison. Brett Michaels
Poison.
was the lead at Poison, right? It was Poison. Yeah.
Let's
Or
see.
am
I
I-
have the. Let me see who Nikki Six was. So Nikki Six, Motley Crue.
Ah, close. You're not far off.
Got it. Yeah.
Somebody called out on the stream that you looked like him too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So speaking of dad jokes, kind of on topic here. Sirius XM I keep hearing the ads for it, that they have a dad rock radio station now. For all the dads out there.
Did you create that? Babe?
Did they consult TJ on that?
I'm pretty sure we had a daughter so that he could have dad joke opportunities.
I make dad jokes, but I'm not a dad, so I think you at least are a dad. I think that qualifies you a lot better.
He was making them long before he was a dad.
He was well practiced.
Yeah.
Divorced dad rock. Oh my gosh, this is great. It's this is great.
It's mostly Creed. Sounds about right.
Ha ha ha.
I know there's more to that joke than here.
Oh, that one was loaded from a good old friend of mine. Loaded.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
How much time do we
Um,
have here?
Yeah,
You
we
got
got
some hanging
less.
back
We're within a minute. We're within a
Okay.
minute, so you've done 10 laps on these tires. You're doing good. You're doing good. Nickelback, tell you what, they've been coming out with some new stuff lately, and I like it. I won't be ashamed to say I like it.
I mean, you did.
Too shallow in one. And I realized now that this session I was driving in earlier when I said I was doing 36s must have been wet because I'm 2 seconds a lap faster now. So I'm going to double check our fuel calculations, TJ.
You do the racing stuff. We'll keep the people entertained. Happy. What you call it? Mischief night.
Yeah, I was asking earlier today, is that just our generation that calls it Mischief Night, or is that still a thing for kids? I hope it is.
Did
I
you
haven't heard
actually
that.
ever cause mischief on this night though? Like, did you toilet paper anyone's house ever? I never.
I mean,
You
are we
did?
gonna incriminate ourselves?
I think
yeah.
once I did,
Oh,
yeah.
I never did. Oh my god, is it too late?
No.
We're-
You probably shouldn't say that on the live.
I know, right?
Statute
They
of
don't know where we live.
limitations.
Okay, noted.
All right, we're moving to the race lobby.
Oh
I did
yeah.
this-
Oh yeah, move to the race line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, while we're loading here, let me double check our numbers now that I think we're faster.
I like from this side that we just have white hair. Like when we turn our heads, it just look like old
Oh, yeah.
ladies. Yeah.
How old am I?
Yeah. Oh.
I agree, Andrew. Racing and millennial nostalgia. Yeah, absolutely. The new Linkin Park album that's came out with a new singer. Oh my gosh, I'm back to being 14 years old, and it's great.
Wait, really? I missed that. That sounds
Oh, dude.
controversial.
It is. It was. Depends on who you are. but I really like it. So yeah,
Nice.
it's awesome.
All right, it looks like we are moving. I think if Race Labs is reflecting this race. Nope. Let's see. Oh, now I'm looking at myself. I'm really dorky with this thing on, but it is a balaclava. I mean, it literally is what he's wearing in that. It has to be like a space version of a balaclava. Obviously cartoony, but functionally the same thing. Something you wear underneath the helmet so when you sweat, it doesn't get into the helmet. Sorry if I'm
I would say
over-explaining why Buzz Lightyear wears one of these things. It's Sawbelt, too.
I would say
Why,
happy
Buzz?
accident that you got the 5-point harness on, because it looks like you're ready to go to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, right? All right, so looking at practice, we are going to be dry. Oh, and Raz is in our race. That's cool. Right, I'm going to make a very quick pit stop to the restroom before we go to qualifying.
All right, don't worry about that. We got this back here.
All right.
So we got our story about meeting people while camping. So Andy Kloppy. What? He's the Alaskan Bob Ross.
Yeah, that's true. Have you heard of him?
No, but it sounds like an interesting character.
He is. He definitely is.
Take it away.
I don't even know where you're going with this one. Am I on? Is this
Yeah, you're on.
Is this mic hot?
All right. Go ahead.
So we're camping. We were not in the van. We were in our Tacoma, and I believed we had the rooftop tent at that time.
Yes.
And we went camping in the Everglades. Not the same as like beautiful mountainous camping, but we were in the middle of the Everglades. And I don't think we saw anybody on the way in. We drove, yeah, we drove forever and somehow found this campsite. And I feel like you need to tell the story. This story is so ridiculous.
Yeah, we're out in literally the middle of nowhere, and we wake up to or not wake up, but we were just out there, just like, was it in the morning or the evening? It was in the morning. So yeah, like we kind of like do that thing where like you step out of the tent and it's like, oh, what a beautiful day. And then here's this little gentleman standing out front being like, hi, how is that a rooftop tent? And asked us so many questions about a rooftop tent. And he introduced himself as Andy Kloppy, the Alaskan Bob Ross. And he then went on to explain to us some of his life story at like 8 a.m. in the middle of the Everglades with nobody else around us, with no rhyme or reason for why are we here, anything else, and starts to go into about how he's a fisherman in Alaska during the winters. So
The Everglades.
You know, I think he told us part of that story. I think there was like a family situation going on, and it was a whole thing, and the story that he was telling us about his life, and he seemed like a genuinely just nice and interesting character, but exactly that, like a character in the middle of the Everglades. It was so random. But he's talking about Alaska, and we had our honeymoon coming up like in a year from then, and we had decided to honeymoon in Alaska, and so we kind of like offhanded mentioned that to him, and he was like, oh, you guys, you need to look me up, and Alaskan Bob Ross, and I can show you this and that. And to make a long story short, fast forward a year later, and we looked up Alaskan Bob Ross. We actually ended up connecting with Alaskan Bob Ross in Alaska, and he made the trip part of how amazing it was. He hooked us up with this amazing fly fishing experience, took us out to a beautiful river. We caught tons of salmon, ended up taking it back and cooking the salmon that we caught. I mean, honestly, like showed us such a great time in Alaska. And he really was the Alaskan Bob Ross. He painted in Alaska and he had his art on display at like various stores in this little town in Alaska. And it was really nice. We ended up buying one of his paintings, and I still have it. And yeah, so this Alaskan Bob Ross in the middle of the Everglades that we randomly met one evening ended up making our honeymoon. Like, awesome.
That's awesome.
For some reason, I just imagine him like after he talked to you guys in the Everglades, like disappearing and not really going to a van. Like, you're like, where did he actually come from?
But that's exactly what happened.
What a magical little man.
All right, guys, I'm starting a quali lap. You guys keep talking.
Oh yeah, we're right. Yeah,
I
we're
can
here
drive
for a
it.
reason. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay, Buzz, show us what you got. Vroom vroom.
To do what I can here. Tires are still cold. Alaskan Bob Ross. Is that like his Instagram handle or something? Or is that just what he calls himself?
No, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't have Instagram or social media or any of it, but he should, because yeah, I don't know, maybe we should reach out to him.
Looks like we're probably second split tonight, so we might have a chance at the overall here. Or
Your strength of field is 1.6K, but keep it buckled in for these 2 laps, and we'll talk about it while we're waiting for the next one to go.
yeah. Run a little long on the runs of the line here. Trade a little bit of lap time in this one for the next one because I'm still warming tires up and it won't cost that much. Get some more speed at start finish this way. Could put us in the ballpark. Currently P4, but I got a lot of lap time here. I think I can get most of the way there. Oop, Nelson's P3.
You also have Raz in this too.
Yeah, I saw that.
How is Nelson typing in the chat and also driving? I just have to know. Nelson, how do you do it?
He might have just finished his lap time. I started a little late.
That would make sense. Oh yeah, Nelson asked you guys a question.
Give me 1 second and I'll take a look at that.
Sorry, Greg, the question wasn't for you.
Oh. Oh, I might have pole. Gonna be really close.
Send it. Go to infinity and beyond.
A 0.6 off, and I'm gonna be 0.6 up on this one.
You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
To infinity and beyond. This is gonna be pole position.
Woo! Look at
No.
that.
Is it not? Yes, it is.
There
Look
we
at that.
go. We love to see it.
Ooh, by 2/100ths of a second. There we go. Have we ever gotten pole before? I don't know if I've ever officially started on pole. Pole position. To infinity.
There it is.
Sorry, had to.
It's definitely the costume. You know?
I mean, it has to be, right?
I mean, it has to be. The question was from Nelson. What part of Alaska did you visit? I used to live in Soldotna.
So we did not go there specifically, but we spent a lot of time in Seward, We did a number of excursions there. We actually went surfing there. Took a helicopter, animal watching. We went to Katmai as well. That was really cool.
Yeah, they went surfing there. You heard her say that, right? Okay.
Yeah.
TJ, are you all good for? We're about to go on the grid here. Sorry to interrupt, guys. To do the fuel and tires. I'm just making sure.
Hold on real quick. No. I gotta thank you for calling that out, man. I'm all jacked up over here.
No, it's okay. We're having fun. I can take care of you, can. I mean, it's not a big deal. I feel like Buzz Killington over here.
No, you're not Buzz Killington. I think it's because you're not on the grid. I can't get my stuff to go for you.
Okay, now
okay.
You should be able to do it.
There we go. Okay, yeah, you had me in panic mode. Golly.
Nope. Now you should see it. So left side tires dries only, so uncheck the rights. And
okay, so you're on dries. You're only going to be taking lefts.
Correct. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Right side tires only. I meant to say.
Okay, right side only. And your fuel. Do we want to be doing how much?
No, this is going to be a dry race as far as I can tell. So, yeah, we don't have even a chance of rain here. It's the rain. The chance of rain isn't going to pick up until after the race is over. So this is going to be dry. So this will be the 28 liters we were talking about.
All right, I already got it at 28. You have your windshield tear off set. You have begin fueling checked.
Perfect. Yep,
I think I'm doing it right. Okay. Yeah, we'll stop.
Sorry. We'll talk about when to come in. Usually, again, to avoid the prototype traffic, and I have the marching ants in front of me, so we can make that call. But just as we get closer, just double check, like we've said, that we want to be that if that changes on its own somehow between now and then.
All right. Yeah, I got you on that. No pitter patter, no dilly dally.
We got this.
Heads down.
Visors down. Quarter pop. No one knows what I'm talking about. Is that just a joke for me?
No, we got you.
Is the amount of pop how cool you are?
Yes, quarter pop is the right answer.
Ah, I see.
How the helmet is behind me over there, quarter pop.
Ah, very cool.
Closed is noob because no one does that unless you're in an open wheel car. Open is also noob. It's quarter pop is the answer.
Ah, I wish someone came on and argued that, but yeah. I don't know how many race car drivers we have in the chat tonight.
No, perhaps not many.
I feel like the last time we were at K1, the people that allow you to go, they yelled at me for having and I didn't even know that was a cool thing, but they yelled at me for having quarter pop, and they told me to shut my helmet all the way. I didn't even know I was doing the cool thing, but I got yelled at for it, so I guess I was a rebel.
Yeah, their insurance policy says that everyone has to have a visor closed, but you can kind of get away with it if you're not being bad about it. I rode mine with mine quarter popped this week.
We do have one can confirm in the chat, so we might actually have a driver in here.
Okay.
With the last name LaBeouf, I wonder if there's a relation to.
He probably gets asked that question all the time.
I'm sure. Andrew LaBeouf.
All right. Front row beside another McLaren. Oh, Nelson's P4, P3. So he's on second row. That's cool.
Yep, P4 it looks like. Luke Solberg, P3. But yeah, head down, stay focused. Let's capitalize on this opportunity. We're gonna be off radio here for a moment, but for you guys on the stream, feel free to watch on the chat, or feel free to chat to us when we got you.
I get to decide when we pull away here. This is the first time I've ever led this one before. I'm going to decide when we go, unless it's on the green, which it shouldn't. We're going to go here, and then I wait, and oh, money.
Oh boy. All right, you got it, dude. Heads down. Have a good race.
Yep. That's how that works. Sorry, Nelson, I would have told you if you were watching, but there's a delay. Enough of a delay here that it wouldn't have helped you anyway.
Sorry, sucker. Oh, we never did the... I was so distracted. Well, it's too late now. Now it's that's the highest it's been. I do?
Tire's still cold, a little nervous feeling. The car, I mean, not me. Gotta say, it's really nice leading because all I gotta do is just drive right now and I don't have to worry about traffic. As long as I do my job, I don't have to look in my mirrors. And it looks like there's a lot of infighting behind me, so should be in a safe spot here. Tires coming up to temp. Couple laps before prototypes arrive. Nope, still cold tires.
All right, so Bronson's 0.6 behind you.
Okay.
We might see sprinkles on the last lap, but that's a future Greg problem.
Yep. Future Greg's got that. Officially made it further than we did with the Ferrari last season.
That's right, man. Let's go.
I think Nelson was in that race also, if I remember correctly. Still a couple laps out from prototypes.
So the marching ants, I actually can't see the prototypes that are of the yellow symbol. So
Okay.
I'm just following you right now on rear chase. So I'm gonna call it as I see it.
Got it. That works.
You just gained 200ths of a second there on Bronson.
Nice. I don't know if anyone caught it, but I went a little bit towards the rear with the bias to help it a little bit with the turn in and on trail braking.
Good call, man. Good call.
Yeah. Right now is when I expect that the tires are going to start to go away a little bit, and I think everyone's going to start making mistakes because everyone's pushing really hard right now. So I'm going to just do my best to manage the grip on the tires.
Okay. Your left front is at 98%, left rear 99%, both rights 99%.
Okay, can you call it the tire temperatures to me?
It's in Celsius, so I don't know what this means. 70 Celsius
Oh,
on
yours is-
left front.
Okay. That's okay. My brain is wired for freedom units for temperature on tires. It's on the dash of my car, so let's look. Oh yeah, those are good temps for right now. Usually I'm looking for about 180 for ideal temperature, and that should put us in a good pressure range as well.
So you're too low, then you're not warmed up enough yet.
Yeah, the insides are going to be a little bit lighter, which is fine. We're not low on those too badly, but start getting closer to 190 and 200, then we're overheating. 180 is kind of the upper limit of ideal grip.
You're at like 160.
Yeah, that's fine on the inside. It'll
Yeah.
last longer that way.
Roger. Are we elevated here?
A good bit, I think. It's not known for being a very high elevation track, but you want to look that up? What's elevation?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll look that up.
I think it's fairly
Also, our pal Long A10 Burr said, "Let's go, Greg."
What's up, Wayne?
He said, "Let's go." It says, "Let's go, Greg." Hang on, let's look up the elevation. How does Sorry, can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
How does elevation affect things on iRacing? Like, do they really take that into account or not as much?
I believe I'm not conclusively sure. It would be very easy for them to do. There's only a couple things that it should affect. Specifically, air density is one. So drag and downforce characteristics it's going to affect. Then turbo usage, which is not something that's really going to directly affect anything in iRacing, but in real life it would be a consideration. Manifold pressures and how hard turbos have to work and cooling of certain things. Shouldn't affect much more than downforce and drag in iRacing if they're modeling it. But it's really
This just in
relatively insignificant.
800 meters above sea level.
Okay. So 2,500 feet. Half a mile.
I mean, that would be significant to the car, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In real life, it would be.
Yeah.
You can look up the air density, how much
Right.
lower it is. Probably 1% or 2. Enough to matter. I mean, the Mexico F1 race is pretty big because the air is so much thinner, so the turbos have to work really hard and drag is much
Prototype,
lower.
2 seconds out.
Got it. Hope that buys us some breathing room here.
Nicely done. It looks like there's 4 of them, assuming that my marching ants is correct. Second prototype is 2 seconds out.
Got it. not going to be there by 6.
2 prototypes within 1 second.
Got it. Heard the inside line there, but take what I can get.
It's okay. They pushed out the guy behind you, so you're good.
Perfect.
All right, boogity boogity boogity, let's go to Never Never
Yeah.
Land.
All right, Corellas. Where is it? I haven't heard anything from you guys. I've been doing Infinity Beyond, and I just heard it from him.
I just said it without the mic on. Like, what are we? We're there are two of our brains together. We're not gonna Google anything at all from the movie right now. Be right back.
That's not what you're doing, right? Okay. So a small Sawbelts tidbit I'll talk about that I changed something in my shoes today. So I was recently shown by Sawbelts America that you can remove, they have carbon fiber insoles.
Prototype
that
1
add-
second out.
Copy. They have carbon fiber insoles that add rigidity, but they are fully removable based on driver preference. So tonight I'm trying it with it removed for the first time only in my right foot, so that for throttle I can have a lot more direct feel. And believe me, I am feeling it. I mean, I feel like I could balance a feather on my foot right now if I wanted to. So, still have the stiffness in the left shoe for the brake pedal though, for the high loads that it's going to see. So, I'm liking it so far. In terms of asymmetrical things with shoes, I know a lot of open wheel and prototype drivers that wear a shoe size 1 smaller on their left foot or right foot, depending on the cockpit size, and packaging constraints and whatnot. Pretty normal. May not be comfortable, but you got to do what you got to do to fit your feet in the pedal box in a real car. Not as much of a concern here. Whew. No prototypes for a little bit, it looks like.
Yep, you're doing good, man. Head down.
So if we're taking 28 liters and we can hold 55, can you do the quick math on me to tell me when our fuel window is open, TJ? Because I don't trust my arithmetic right now.
What do we do to get to that number, Greg?
50, whoa, 55 minus 28. 26. 27. 27. Right?
You got it. 27.
27, you have a prototype behind you.
Copy. All right, so when we're below 27, I can take fuel, which I'm not sure I want to do right yet. Feeling the pressure from this McLaren behind. All fair so far.
Yeah, he was starting to lunge when those prototypes came around the first time.
Yep.
And he's getting the pressure from the Ferrari. So prototypes actually has not passed the Ferrari yet. I don't know what's going on here.
Okay. But imagine they're
All
gonna
right, prototype's coming. Yep, prototype's coming.
Yep.
Good job.
Yep. Probably another 2 laps and we'll be able to take fuel. Prototype field looks really spread out, so I'm not sure what the benefit's going to be. We'll see. Maybe I'll see what,
You have 2 more prototypes coming up on you.
copy. Whew. The P2 now.
1 more.
Come on, prototypes, don't complicate this for everyone. Woof, that was close. It was a good exit. I really got to get the exits out of that final turn. Number 12. Yes. So we could take fuel. Be a little early to take it right now. Take it as early as next lap, and I might just
Prototype
do that.
incoming.
Copy. Hate having to check my mirrors in the middle of the corner. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hopefully he's gonna get you on this straight.
Yeah.
Doing good. You're doing good.
Yep.
Keep it going.
Yep.
The prototype field seems really spread out this race,
Yeah.
which doesn't seem to benefit you at all.
I think I'm gonna stop this lap in an effort to mix things up and try to. Well, I'm the one in clear air, actually. No, I'm gonna run long and hold these guys up as much as I can. Yeah, that's the right answer. Not having to defend too much. Yeah, I'm gonna run long, hold these guys up, and I'll give them the advantage of running in clean air behind me.
Do you want me to reduce fuel taken?
No, our consumption's pretty spot on. I think it's. Well, no, it's only gonna. You would have to make a big change to really find any time. No, leave it alone.
Prototype 1 second.
Copy. McLaren got hosed behind.
Another prototype 1 second out.
Copy, thank you.
Looks like 3 prototypes 1 second back. They're all being held up by 3rd place right now.
Copy.
Head down.
Oh, what happened to Nelson? Whoa. Did not see him coming. My bad.
There's 3 more coming.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 more right behind you.
Yep.
You're doing great. Good job. Easy breathing.
Big draft right now. There we go.
You got 1 behind you, 1 second out.
Yep. Tires are definitely getting a little tired, no pun intended.
We were just giggling at the buzzkill pun.
Oh, that wasn't even on purpose earlier.
All right, prototype right behind you.
Oh, prototype spun. I didn't see any contact. McLaren lost time. I think I'm going to keep running long here. And I'll hit 1 lap after the guys behind me do. So let me know when you see them dive into the pits.
Roger that. One prototype coming down the straight right now, 1.5 out.
Copy. We got a slow GT3 in front of me right now.
Good eye, good eye. Good job.
Yep.
Tell you what, man, this is some racing.
Yes, it is.
Terminus, happy to have you on the stream. Happy that you're here, though, with us virtually. And yes, Andrew, the dad jokes are aplenty at the Chicane Club tonight.
Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Definitely stop anytime. Still would rather be holding these guys up than letting them run free.
You got one prototype, 1 second out. Outside.
Yep. Bronson, the smart move would be to pit now, buddy. But don't do that. Please do not.
He's getting daring, man. He's later on the brakes than you are on turn 3 and turn 4 and 5. So
yeah,
just watch it, but breathe. You got it. Good job.
I'm giving out strategy tips, but our stream is not yet big enough where I can assume he's watching here. Not yet.
Alright, so you're still set up for right side tire replace. Third place just pitted. Third place just went into the pits.
Got it.
You got 14 liters of fuel, 5 laps estimated remaining.
Got it. We've got 11 laps to go.
28 is a good call. One prototype behind. One prototype behind. What's your fuel burn per lap?
2.63.
You need 29 liters.
Okay. Let's do it. Still content with, yeah. I think I'm content with continuing to run here. I'm gonna run as long as I can right now. I'm in a good rhythm. I don't want to risk coming out into traffic or anything.
The guy that you're coming up on is obviously lapped.
Copy.
Yeah, Andrew, I'll while Greg focuses, I'll speak for him.
Yeah, please.
I believe that he's really liking the McLaren this season. I've heard no negative feedback or points about it, and actually it sounds like the setup that's base or stock seems to be really good. We were talking about being curious with what Coach Dave Delta has for setups, their pro setups for this. But right now, if I'm not mistaken, he went stock high downforce setup, and look at that, we're sitting pole, baby. So McLaren seems to be rocking and rolling, just like in the Formula One series.
Come on, dude.
Yep, good job, Greg.
Check
It's
your
okay.
mirrors.
Heads down, take a breath.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah, I tell you what though, for those of y'all that are in the chat, how about those moves between Verstappen and Norris, or even better yet, Lawson and Checo, with the salute going down the straight at the end? Oh boy, get ready for some fireworks.
Yeah. Been a good couple weeks in F1.
This has been the most exciting season to watch in like 6 years.
Oh, dude, it's been incredible. And they race here this weekend, which is why I'm sure it's on the IMSA calendar. You guys getting a little preview of what Lando and Max are going to be doing this weekend.
That's right.
And Leclerc, and Sainz, and maybe even Oscar.
They're all in
not
it.
Checo. They're all in it. And Lewis and George, I'll even throw them in there.
Prototype 2 seconds out.
Bobby?
Yeah, I think it's been shaken, not stirred. Got a prototype coming up on you.
Got it?
No.
Now the tires are wearing, I'm going a little bit more forward on the bias. Braking bias. Gives it a little bit straight line stability.
Prototype.
Yep, see him.
You got a guy coming out of pits also. All right, cool, you're good. Clear.
Copy. All right. You can do about 2 laps here on fuel, so I can go at maximum 2 more.
Yeah, Stan, you got 2.2, so yeah, you cannot go more than 2 laps.
Got it. We'll run that all the way out. Well,
Prototype 1.5 behind.
copy. All right, 1 to go.
All right, Bronson's in the pits. You got a prototype
sir.
1.5 out.
I want to see if he takes tires or not. We'll know when he leaves. It'll show on my display. If he does not take tires, be ready to uncheck that box, and I'm going to do the same thing. Match, because I can beat him on pace.
You got another prototype coming up on you.
Copy. Yep, he's taking tires. All right, good. To leave our tire settings alone, right sides only.
Yep, right sides only, confirmed.
Got it. Boxing this lap.
Box this lap.
All right, this is do this nice execution here. Not going to speed. All right, let's do this.
Todd, what costumes are you referring to? No. Eyes down, Greg. All right, you got the 29. Boogity, 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 let's go. Zip, 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 zip.
No. Okay. No,
Yep,
he
cold
beat it up in
tires.
front of me. He beat it. He barely beat me. An error might have cost me. It's okay. Still got him here. I have to earn it back from him. Got 9 laps to do so.
Yeah, this is solid. You're doing great. Head down. Keep it going. You got 11 laps of fuel. Got a prototype 1 second out.
Oh, we got a wrecked car in front.
2 prototypes behind you. There goes 1. Second prototype behind. Inside. Good job. Settle in. You got it going.
Do not try to go side by side with me in this corner, please.
Good job. Way to play it smart. Way to play it smart.
Yeah, nah. You're wrecked out like that, a couple laps down, you gotta really get out of the way there. It's not very appreciated. All right.
There's
Real
some kind
man.
of intelligent life form anywhere.
Yeah, that.
Sorry, I'll say the stuff. I'll say the words. You do the racing, okay?
Sounds good.
Oh man, yeah, this is gonna get your heart rate going.
Oh yeah, I'm working. All right, that's not flat anymore.
Yep, no, good recovery though.
We're getting him little by little.
Yep, point 8.
We lost 2 seconds on the stop, so he might be short on fuel. Actually, it seems like we're a little bit heavy. That's okay.
We might be heavy by like I think 2 or 3 laps. Yeah.
Midge. Come on. We got this.
Rocco, so good story. We actually built a set of fully retractable, I'm sorry, should I say that? Cruella 2. No, Cruella 1. built a set of fully retractable Buzz Lightyear wings with an 8-foot wingspan that we took down to Wilton Manors one year here in South Florida. Did we? I came in second at the work costume contest for that. To an inflatable, yeah, not a rigged, but yeah, no, it was good. It was good time to be Buzz Lightyear.
What's up, Rocco? Thanks for joining. I'm giving everything I got right now.
Hey man, silver's better than pits, so just keep it going. It's a trophy, all right?
Don't want that W, but I'll take second place if that's all I can manage.
Just play it smooth. You got it.
Bronson's running really clean. He's running a little wide in some places, but it's not costing him any time, so credit where it's due. That's going to cost him.
Corella 1 says go for the win. She says all or nothing.
Yeah. What about Corella 2?
Corella 2 says go for the win or nothing.
All right. Well,
And I think
Prototype. 1 second.
Ooh. I feel like you could get him on that corner too.
yeah, it's going to be down there in turn 6.
Yeah.
Or 4, rather.
Yeah.
Prototype.
Hello.
You got one more prototype behind.
Is that a Nicolas Cage face wrap? I think. I
Did
saw
you
that.
catch that?
I think that's what I saw.
Okay.
Prototype 1 second.
All right, now we're in the toe, I think.
That was three pepper spicy at the local Thai restaurant right there.
Out of how many peppers?
3.
Got it.
Silly question.
Well, some Thai places do 0 to 10, so
Oh man, I'd say that was an 8.
I've never got more than like a 3 out of 10 at any Thai restaurant because a 3 is already beyond. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, prototype 2 seconds out.
Got it.
1 second out.
Prototypes are coming in at the worst spots.
Yeah, that's okay, man. It's for everybody. Just heads down. Stay cool.
Oh, here we go.
Juicy.
Not quite a bobbled the exit. But
That's
we're gonna be
okay.
close. We're gonna get the draft here, and then we gotta kill it through 1, 2, and 3.
Look, you got 5 minutes left. That's gonna be 3 laps.
Yep.
Choose your moment. Don't force it. Maybe he might make a mistake. While we got the people here, I did do the Hot Ones challenge. Grillo, did you do the Hot Ones challenge? No.
I am a 0 out of 10 pepper level, so I did not do the Hot Ones challenge.
It was a moment. I believe that's the same group. We also then started the second half of our cross-country drive that next day. That was
probably
also
fun.
a moment. Yeah, Act
Yeah.
2 of the Hot Ones challenge was. But I tell you what, though, it was actually a great time. If there's anybody here who's looking for a really fun Christmas gift, coming into the holiday season. That's something funny and fun to do with the family and friends.
Oh, where'd he go?
That's some netcode, dude. I don't know.
He's gone. Did he just go?
Scott D. Fisher, you're now officially in first according to this.
Yeah,
I don't know
he's
what
gone.
just happened.
Is everyone else on track still? Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are.
Well, I wanted to beat him fair and square, but I'll take that, I guess.
Yeah,
Disconnected.
That's you're
Oh.
good with that. You're good with that.
Well, I'll
just gonna
take
say
it.
good with that. Yeah, you'll take it.
What just happened?
Now he's 7 seconds behind me. He popped back up.
What?
He had some netcode or something go on. Sorry,
What?
Bronson. I was coming for you.
Oh, that's kind of a bum deal.
I'll take that over being in his shoes right now.
Yeah. What the heck? Well, Nelson's in fourth.
I see that.
He's all over the place on
Maybe he netcoded out.
dude, according to this, he hasn't. He's still in it, man.
Huh.
The
He's
manual
7
at the
seconds
bottom.
back now, yeah.
Bronson, you're right.
All right, what's the next closest car behind me in class now? How far
In
back?
class, you're 2.5 with Luke Solberg, but you got
Got it.
Juzzy B. Juzzy BBB. Prototype 6 seconds behind.
Got it. We should be
It's my
coming
alter-
to
It's my alter ego, babe.
a white flag, not this time, but next time by, I think. We're good on fuel. All right, let me just focus here for the final few.
Yeah, man, do your thing. You got 4 laps of fuel left, so you could do a few more if you want. That was a joke only because we're still getting first. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
All right, prototype 1.5 behind. He's coming up.
He's on our run. Met that man so the Greg dimension to make that pass easier. Damn straight.
Oh boy. Corella just said to infinity and beyond. Too soon? Too soon?
Hey, you pulled quotes from your own movie.
They're not that great. Not gonna lie. They're not that great.
Alright, you got a prototype 1.5 behind, okay? I'm sorry, you got 2 prototypes.
Copy. You'll catch me in a good spot here. Perfect. Should be coming to the white here right now. Yes, sir.
There's both prototypes.
Yep. Unless I'm inheriting the white right now. Nope. Checkered flag.
What?
I'm not 100% sure about that.
No. I think it's
No.
white, man. It's white. You got to keep
No, it's
driving.
white.
Keep
It's white.
going.
It's good. Okay. I wasn't sure
Oh,
if I was
God.
inheriting the white. Nope. We're
I
good.
was like,
Good.
yeah, okay, good.
That was like that moment whenever Daphne went and got the champagne too soon.
That's way too soon. Calm down.
All right, we're still clear here. 2.5 seconds, second place. We bring it home. Let's go, baby.
Is this it?
This is our first win with the McLaren to infinity and beyond. Let's go.
All right.
Nice race, Bronson. I don't know if you're listening.
I know how.
That was fair. I was coming for you. I don't know what would have happened there, but I guess he had some netcode issues there. And Nelson, P4, nice job. I didn't even have the fastest lap of the race. Whew.
Dude, that was a race.
That was a race. First win with
Congrats.
the McLaren, first win this season, first pole position. Started from the front row. Might have, I think we were a little safe on fuel. We had 2 laps extra of fuel, but I don't think that's any fault of yours, EJ.
I
There's
had
Nelson.
to use a calculator to do simple
job, dude.
subtraction. So yeah, we need to set up the stuff,
Yeah.
the math
Awesome.
stuff.
Cool.
Chat's
right.
lighting up for you. Congrats.
Cool. Thanks, Jed. I know that's Brazilian Portuguese. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That was fun. Nice to finally. It's been a while since we won one.
Looks like Raz got 10th.
Nice job, Raz.
Oh,
Man,
Luke dropped us in. Said congrats.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Luke.
he just disconnected. It's like the moment you go to type, they're like,
They
and they
disconnect.
drop out.
Get Dylan on the Excel model for you next time. Got it. Dylan's our business development spreadsheet wizard. Hey, I like
Nice job.
with the fueling. I mean, 2 laps heavy, that puts us at about... That was 2 seconds longer on fuel, quick math says, and that's about how much longer we were on Bronson, which is exactly where I came out behind him. So if we had cut the margin a little thinner on fuel, we would have stayed in front of him, but I don't know. That's a hard one to call. I know
In
how
the
you
end-
in real life, you monitor the fuel continuously, and you can kind of judge. You can make a slightly accurate, more accurate judgment, but it's harder to do here in iRacing.
So I know that racing is all about precision, but just going like personal thing here.
Yeah.
I'd rather have too much fuel than not enough, and not see you sputter on that
Yeah.
last lap, and see you
Totally
drive
agree.
across it victoriously.
Yeah. Whew. All right. Well, nice job, team. Thanks for the support, guys. That was fun. What was my average heart rate for that? 107? I feel like I was in the teens and 20s the whole time. Peak at a 137.
Your high heart rate was 137.
Is that a new record for me? I think that's a match. with the
It is,
previous
and it
ones.
was mainly when you it was that first lap. It was actually not even the first lap. It was, I think,
Before the race started.
yeah, yeah, yep.
All right. Well, let's look at these results here right now. Obviously, they're going to be great. Win in our class in the second split.
Oh, obviously
Well,
they're gonna be great.
Obviously, they're going to be great. Look at that little gold trophy over here.
We love the
Um,
gold trophy.
We don't win these very often, so
You're right.
I'm
Soak it
I'm
up.
gonna
Yep,
gloat
yep.
I'm gonna gloat a little bit. I'm allowed to. So 73 iRating points puts me back in the 22s. We crossed 3.0 barrier, which adds another 0.5. So now we're almost to 4. 98 championship points, which is our biggest haul this season. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge positive, moving the needle in the right direction with that one. And 0 incident points, which is also nice. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Bronson. I think he just disappeared on me, which is scary because I was waiting for him to pop back up and collide with me and then shoot me into the sky for a couple seconds there. Nelson, nice job. You did a 4th place, brought home a bunch of iRating points, and some safety rating, and it looks like you picked up 4 incident points. So nice job with that. My best lap was a 33.8. It looks like Rodrigo did a 33.5, and everyone else's best times were kind of in the same ballpark as mine. So, I feel like I did a nice job. I screwed up a little bit. Oh no, what do we have here? On top of the headset. I'll balance the hook hat. There we go. Is this on correctly, or is it looking all goofy? No. All right. Do we actually have any? Well, I'm not going to ask the question. That's weird for me to ask it. I was going to ask if we have any champagne here, but
Ask that anyway.
Daphne?
I was waiting for you to ask that, and at this moment we do not. We don't have any. Wait,
I think it's in the fridge. Pretty sure there's a bottle in there.
I think we do. Stand by.
We're babyless parents tonight, the grandparents. Thank you, Mario and Barbara. If you guys are watching this, we appreciate it.
All right, in Florida, I should be on the top list now. Raz, look at it. You're beating me by 84 points right now. I've had some crap weeks. Nelson's right there too. You're also in Florida region. Oh, that's right, because you said you used to live in South Florida. So Nelson's technically in Florida region. He's right behind Raz. Look at that. You know, a couple other people on this list. That's awesome.
Building the community. Great job.
Oh yeah. Look at D2. Division 2 in Florida. I'm still, I don't know, what, 3, 6, 8th place. Look at Division 2 overall, all clubs. I'm 402. I just haven't had a great season. We've had a bunch of wrecks and been taken out. So, man, that was fun. I feel like that was a really solid race. I got to say, I mean, it's very easy to say. I really enjoy leading from starting the race from the lead, because all you have to do is just jam forward and you're not worried about like trying to make a move or being distracted with a car in front of you, or anything like that. So that was the first time I've had the pleasure of leading the race, and I feel like I killed it at the start too. I kind of totally caught everyone off guard there.
I'd say you absolutely crushed it. I mean, you got about
Yeah.
that half second right off the punch. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that's how that works. You're allowed to go before the green. You don't wait for the green to punch off. You go before the green. That's how that works. So there's no question about the legality of that. Oh boy, what does everyone see for next week's race? This one I cannot afford to do anything but perfect at.
Oh, I think I know that.
I think we all know
Just
this
listen
list.
to this sweet sound. Oh, come on, come on, Corel one.
Don't you spray that in here.
Hopefully it doesn't spill. Am I right? Woo!
Yeah.
That's the sound of P1.
Congratulations, everybody.
I'm gonna take
Going
the
in.
hat off. It doesn't work with the headset.
All right.
Buzz Lightyear.
Out of my
No
coffee cup.
longer buzzkill. You're holding it? Yeah. Oh, the hot dog is barking.
Usually, whenever the hot dogs bark is after we eat them.
Nelson says that Bronson DC'd and got off track. Yeah, that would make sense.
All right.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Congrats! Happy Halloween!
Happy
Halloween, everyone.
Halloween.
Trick or treat.
Good win.
Trick or treat!
Nice.
This is a treat.
Was that a dad joke?
So I think in the next place we need a clean zone where we can actually pop champagne and not have it be an issue with the electronics.
Okay, great.
All right, we will have a designated zone.
What do you think, Wayne?
Boo! Back to
We- we're-
buzzkill.
We're gonna have a
Buzz-
there's gonna be an
buzz
actual
kill.
video in this place. All right, let's do a little preview of Sebring. May know a couple things about them. I do know that the iRacing model is still crazy out of date, and I wish they would fix it because it literally screws me up every single time that stuff is not where I know it to be. I wish they would fix that part, iRacing. Oh, it's nice to finally win one. I feel like we've been beat up on lately. But after last season getting taken out in turn 2 to going to winning the race, I'll take it. Nice improvement.
I know that we said it before, but it was the first few races that weren't really your fault. though. So I will say
Yes,
that.
I mean, such is racing, but
I kind of think there's something to wearing costumes and racing. I don't know. Maybe we continue this.
I'm not against that.
This whole time, I'm not gonna lie, I really
If
wanted
it works, it
your.
works.
I'm gonna say it wrong now because
What?
I'm live. Your not your baklava.
Balaclava?
Your balaclava was purple because that really, really, really would have been too perfect. Do
That
they
would've been
make them in
correct then,
purple?
right?
I don't know.
Not
This
standard.
is where
Some
our
of them white
Disney
and black.
this is where our Disney sponsorship comes in.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
right?
Disney. We're still waiting. I know you're doing other things right now, but we could really use a Disney sponsorship.
Priorities come
No.
up.
A Disney car? A Disney rate, Greg.
Why is that not a thing?
Why isn't that a thing? Is
Do
it
you
a thing?
guys do you guys know that Disney had an actual racetrack that was raced on for a number of years? Like on property?
Yeah, didn't you
The
guys know
NASCAR
that?
The ride? The like 2 mile an hour.
No, like a real racetrack.
No.
Yeah, they did. They closed it down, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, something like that, because there was a couple of fatalities there from poor management. Might have been more than 6 or 7 years ago. I think maybe a decade ago they closed it down. But they had an oval that they did NASCAR stuff on all the time. Haven't done Sebring at night in a while. This is cool.
Katarine in the chat knew about this one. Oh boy.
Yeah, there you go. Kathy knows.
Yeah. Of course she would. Actually, you want to meet a bigger Disney fanatic than you? I think you met your match, actually. You might have met your match.
I feel like we need to hang out. Did we just become BFFs?
You're like, have we met? Wait, have you met?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't think you guys know.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But yes, that would be a good one.
So normally driving in the night is a disadvantage for most folks because of the lack of references. But I gotta say, I still know this place really well, and iRacing's doing the graphics that come so far that you really have high fidelity lighting. But it's still, I have no trouble seeing where I'm going or what I'm doing here right now. Definitely carry more speed at 17. All right, let me talk through a lap here. Coming across start to finish, original surface from 1942, I believe. One difference from the current version is that this wall goes out super wide like this. That is not like that anymore. Normally roll fourth gear, run around hot tires there. Come out wide for turn 3, line up the braking at the 2.5, down to second gear, late apex right by the peak of the blue and white curving. Full power, back to the right, touch the brake, trail it in, don't rush it down. Late apex, track out, use a little bit of the curbing. Hold it all the way to the right through 6. Check your mirrors before you track out to the left here, under the Mobile 1 bridge, and then braking right at the 4. Might be the 3.5 on this car. Down to the inside, use all the curbing, pick up the power. Stay off the curbing here, middle of the concrete patches, stitch it all together, nice big smooth flowing arcs. Out to the middle, back to the left, braking to 3.5. Okay, off the inside curbing, in this car we can track out all the way, go to full power, hit both apexes. Wow, tire's still a little cold. Look for the tower in the distance as a reference, brake diagonally across the track, down to second gear, roll the speeds, stay off apex, track out, use all the curbing. Flat out through Bishop's Bend here, this big double apex. We piss the curb on the right, hit the first one big smooth arc, wrap around the second one, braking at the 3, down to third gear. Trailing pressure, still a little cold tires. 4 wheels over the white stripes to the left. When you come down, hit the inside curbs. Woo. All the track out.
I would dare to say perfect execution.
Yeah, the tires are a little cold. I'm not perfect right now, but we're getting there. All right, turn at the 3. Brake as we get close to the corner worker, stand out to the outside, down to third gear. Normally you're looking for the dot on the bridge as a reference. Start carrying more speed there. All right, let's do a couple more laps here. All right. Any closing remarks from you, ladies and gentlemen up there? After bringing home the W tonight.
We're busy getting the party on back here.
Nope, you're doing good, man. Just keep
there
going.
you go.
I just want to keep driving right now. This is Sebring.
Yep, you keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
Don't look up. You would
Got the three.
Don't wanna
three
miss
stooges
anything.
behind you.
This is almost a spooky way to end the night here, night before Halloween. Sebring in the dark. I will say, Sebring at nighttime for the 12-hour, there's so many bonfires going on that there's just this section of the track back here. There is smoke everywhere, mostly from people like burning anything and everything they can find around them. Sofas, pallets, each other, you know, whatever they can find.
You know, general Sebring things.
Yeah,
Are we going to Sebring?
for the 12-hour this year, I would very much like to.
This year? Next year?
Well, March of 25.
March. And then, are we doing Daytona?
That's January.
Yep.
I would like to do that also, yeah. I think we're
I
gonna have a
think we
little
should.
entourage.
I think we should. Do you guys want to go to Daytona?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was easy. Okay, we have an entourage.
That's the ultimate one to go to in sports car racing.
I mean,
Well,
you
both are.
guys have the
They're number
setup
one in
now.
Europe. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true. We are what were we? Casual vanners now, so we can casual
this is-
van our way.
You can get an RV pass at either of those.
They were caravanners.
That'd be fun. Sounds like a party.
Weather would be nice. I was like, we're not banners yet. Where we once were.
Yeah.
Now we're no longer.
So actually, another thing too is the road talking. This was 6 to 8 foot surf, peeling off shores, made it on Surfline, which is like, I don't know, like the F1 of media for Sky Sports, I guess, of media for like sports cars. But yeah, Surfline is like where you go to know what's in the know for surfing. Yeah, that was an epic day. That was a good time.
That's awesome.
More of the story, kids. Rent an RV and get out there.
Yeah, get out there and do it.
Yeah, we fit like 6 adults and like 3 dogs in that RV. So it was a good time.
OSHA was slightly concerned.
All right, well, let me start talking us all out here for the evening. Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope you guys all had a good time. I think that was pretty fun. I mean, I'm Buzz Lightyear. We've got 2 Corellas, a hook, and a hot dog somewhere back there. Had some fun with it Halloween, and we got the W tonight. Took pole, started from first place, had an awesome start, held everyone off through the pit stop, took a little conservative amount of fuel, a little bit longer than everyone out, came out in second place. And then, you know, fortune would have it that first place disconnected, and we re-inherited the lead. I think we would have gotten that one anyway, I gotta say. I think I was closing in on him, and he was starting to make mistakes, so I think I could have pressured him out, and we would have gotten it back regardless, but we brought home the W, so it was a fun time. But yeah, my name's Greg De Giorgis. I'm your founder and CEO here at the Chicane Club, South Florida's elite sim racing social club. So we operate as a members-only club focused, of course, on sim racing. The simulator I'm driving here right now, this is our primary sim. We have an identical one to it on the other side of my right screen. Only difference being that one's got red seatbelts from Sabel instead of blue. Otherwise, they're identical. We've got them linked together to do local Assetto Corsa sessions and iRacing sessions. We've got a lovely lounge. We've got our group back there with characters at our command center behind us. We've got lounge. We do members-only events here all the time. Lots of fun stuff. We do a lot of one-on-one private coaching. So if you're driving a real car in real life, or you just want to get better at sim racing, we do that all the time. So this is our current location here in Jupiter, and we are working very hard on version 2.0 coming early Q2 2025. So, yeah, love what we do here. We've got a great group of members come out all the time. It's really, it's pretty special what we're doing here. Getting to drive, giving everyone the opportunity to drive some pretty sophisticated simulator equipment with full coaching and members-only events built all around it. So, let me bring it into pit lane here, and we'll wrap it up for the evening. Man, I love Sebring. I'm so glad we're going to get to drive in here. I just, the stakes are high because, like, I feel like I gotta do well here. So,
when was the last time you guys were on track at Sebring, like the Sebring?
I haven't been here since.
It's been a little bit.
I think August or September of last year. It's been, unfortunately, a little while. I know Garrett and I really want to get back out there and go do it sometime. I think the last thing we drove was Daytona around this time last year. So we've done.
Oh yeah, you guys did Daytona after that. I remember.
That was the last one we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was awesome to do in a street car. We did a lot of Sebring last year. We did 2 days at Daytona, and we did, I think, 3 days at Homestead. I think Wayne was there for one of those too. So, yeah. But we do a lot of stuff with Sebring Driving Club, and we're out there all the time. I've worked the 12-hour from the engineering side for many times. I've done many other club events there. So, in my opinion, the best current place in all of Florida is a racetrack, and that will probably soon be changed when the P1 Motor Club is finished. But more on that coming soon. So, anyways, I always say this, but it never stops being true. But we could not do this with the continued support of all of our partners here. We've got a bunch of partners who they're pretty hands-on in everything we do here. So it's not like they're just paying us for me to say nice things about them. That is not the case. They're all really big supporters of us, and they all help in their own independent ways. So I'll start with Sawbelt tonight. I'm wearing another piece of their gear that I never normally wear. I'm wearing their black balaclava, which normally goes under my helmet. Just try to get it in with, my Buzz Lightyear costume. I wear their TG10 gloves. I wear their TB 10.1 boots. Tonight I removed the carbon fiber insert in my throttle pedal. It was a really nice improvement. And then I'm sitting in their GT pad seat and then have their 2-inch harnesses. Blue on this sim, red on the other. Absolutely love it. Is it overkill to have FIA approved gear in your sim? Yeah, maybe, probably. But we do a lot of real driver training, and having the ergonomics of the proper equipment is really important to us. If you're just sim racing, totally not necessary. Get a pair of sim gloves. Sawbelt also makes a pair of those. You can buy much less expensive stuff otherwise, but it's really important for us to work with the same stuff. So it holds up really well, really comfortable. The GT pad seat has the removable pad, so you can fit any size driver in here. So that part's also really nice. Love the support from VBox Motorsports. We use their blue OLED lap timer over here. Gives me split timing displays, all sorts of other metrics, and then it aids in the capture of our center screen video along with all of our driver data so that we can analyze it afterwards in their control software. Just like if you have a VBox system in your race car, it uses the same software package, and we do the same thing as we do in real life. So it's the ultimate video and data capture tool, capture and analysis tool. So if you're not using a VBox system, you're not really competing. So Rocky's Ultimate Garage. Just was on the phone with Rocky this afternoon, actually. Doing the best PPF wheels, tints, wraps, detailing, and luxury car sales in all of South Florida. If you've got a car you really care about, you want it detailed, you want to put some PPF on it, protect its paint, you really got to talk to the guys over at Rocky specifically. If you want his contact info, send me an email, info@thechicane.club, and I will send you Rocky's personal information. Tell him I sent you, and you will get nothing but AAA first-class treatment over there. The rock stars are really good at what they do. They make miracles happen. So, yeah, go support Rocky's. Captain's Church Coaching. That's Jason Dukes giving me the best business and professional coaching around, keeping me pointed in the right direction, help me make all of this happen, become a reality. Anze Suspension, Angelo's not present tonight. He's up at Daytona, I'm sure supporting programs and his customers at the HSR Classic 24, but doing the best race car and sports car damper building and rebuilding. So if you've got a race car, you need dampers rebuilt, taken care of, revalved, dynoed, whatever it is, you got to talk to Angelo at Anze Suspension. Southway Capital. They're our business partners here, helping us with all the business development side of things. We've been doing a lot of work lately on putting together our plans for the 2.0 version of this place. Couldn't do without their support, so they've been absolutely awesome. I think that's just about it. Did I miss anyone? I don't believe that I did. So, oh, Decipher Technologies. Excuse me, they're front and center on our car. Decipher doing the best high-end, maximum support, maximum security, cybersecurity, and IT support, based here in South Florida as well as in Boulder, Aspen, and Denver, Colorado. So, if you've got a luxury home or a boutique business that really needs high-level cybersecurity and whatnot, you got to reach out to them. They'll absolutely hook you up. They've done plenty of improvements in here, as I'm sure they will with us as we move into our 2.0 location. So, I think that wraps it up for everything tonight. Looking forward to Sebring next week. It's going to be a night race. Honestly, all the practice I have to do is just to get me up to speed with all of the differences from the real Sebring to the iRacing Sebring. I briefly mentioned it, but as you come to turn 1, you go under the Chevrolet bridge. In real life, the pit wall goes straight, and you use the end of the wall as a reference for your turn-in point into turn 1. Here in iRacing, it's got to be 10 years out of date, if not more. The wall goes about 8 feet over to the right on diagonal, and you turn in a bit later. So it just kind of screws my timing on things. The curbing is a bit different in a couple other places, but not as noticeable. And it's missing that infamous spray paint dot on the bridge at turn 17. That's a great reference in real life. So I'll manage. I'll be fine. But it's going to be a fun one. But all right. Well, you guys, everyone have a good night. Thanks for supporting me back there, guys, to our 2 Cruellas, Hook, and the hot dog, wherever he is. I guess we'll see you guys here next week on Twitch and YouTube, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Have a happy Halloween, everyone. See you next week.